So I'm here today with Marianna, who's Global Digital Sales Director at Eton Shirts. And Marianna is going to share with us a story that she's got of a real positive to have come out of the lockdown situation that we've all found ourselves in over the past weeks and months. Marianna, welcome.
Hi, Sally. Nice to see you.
And you. So for you, what has been the biggest positive to have come out of this?
One of the biggest positives is that we have been able to enable quite a few of our wholesale customers to get online. So before the pandemic, they had a website, wasn't transactional, just a presence about who they are and where they were to come, for people to come and find them in the stores. And since this unfortunate incident that's going on really affected them, they were forced to close their doors, and they had no source of income. So they've had loads of inventory on hand and then no one to sell it to. So we've enabled a few of them to get online quite quickly, and we're doing that by supplying them with our product images, our product descriptions, giving them advice on digital tools that they can use, digital marketing, giving them loads of content, and also just advising in terms of how they can reach out to their customers as well. Obviously being sensitive to what's going on. We're quite a tricky category because we're shirts, and our customers aren't really, the end customer isn't really buying a shirt at the moment, but we are finding that even though demand is down overall, people are still buying, which is great. So they're able to support their local businesses as well.
That's great. It sounds as if you've given them quite a lot of support and advice to do that, and I'm sure it's something you've been pushing for a while, but COVID has presumably made that digital transformation happen much faster.
Yeah, and it's because it's these companies, these businesses have been around for years, and they're so used to and they love that human interaction with their customers. They love people coming to the stores, and consumers love it too. There's nothing better than going into the store and trying on clothes and chatting to the store associates and just having that human interaction, and that's just been completely stripped away from them. So even though a lot of our customers have got on-hand inventory in their stores and that's what they're trying to push out, we have got a digital showroom. So we've got two, one that shows our fashion collection and one that shows continuous product. And what's been great is that we have been able to upload old stock on there at a certain price, and if customers do want to replenish, they can do that easily. They can just go online and then order more product for themselves and for their customers. So that's been around we launched the digital showroom last year, towards the end of last year, and then what we call the B2B website has been around for a couple of years. So it's great. And with our wholesale customers, the ones who wanted to come to the showroom, they love it too. They still want to touch the product, feel it, see what else we can do to enhance it for their customers. Like I said before, that totally got stripped away from them, but now they are being forced to get online and choose products themselves, which I think is great, because then they can see, this is how everyone else shops. I'm doing it, and so this is how I'm going to entice my customers to purchase as well.
And what's their feedback been like?
So far, positive.
Great.
They obviously there's a side of oh my God, how am I going to do this and get through my business? Am I going to survive? But yeah, everyone's been super positive that we're here, and they're the initial conversations are, I'm launching a website, can you help us? Yes, we can, and these are the tools that we've got for you. And they're just wow, thank you, because it's not just about getting them online. It's they haven't got the resources either. They've probably got one person doing it, and to launch a website when you've got loads of brands and inventory on hand, and you're writing product descriptions and the images and the pricing, you want everything to look good. It could just get such a lot of work. So yeah, they're super grateful, and they're really happy with the content that we've been giving them as well, and their advice. So it's a guidance. They don't have to listen to us, but a lot of them have been really responsive, which is great.
They're very lucky to have you. So it sounds like
Yeah.
you gave them a really valuable toolkit there. So, I mean, talk us through a little bit more detail in the steps of getting them to where they are now, and what you had to do with them.
Yeah. So so when this first happened, my boss was like, Marianna, you're head of like the digital task force, do what you need to do. I was like, okay. So we have come up with some other toolkits that I can talk about later on. But one of my first things was, when I first joined, it was focusing on department stores globally and their websites, and which was great. But I always wanted to help what we call our specialty independent stores. But not that there wasn't a hunger for it or need for it, it just wasn't as much of a priority, but always in the back of my mind I had it. So thinking, well, what can I do, and then essentially this happened. So when my boss was like, do what you need to do, I just ran with it. So I spoke to quite a few of our sales managers, and we were like, look, we've got toolkits that we help with our larger strategic customers and would love to do this with our specialty stores, to help them. So our sales managers, when they were talking to their customers to see how they were and how they were coping and what we can do, a lot of them were like, we want to get online. What can you do to help us? So we arranged a call. So literally it was like crisis mode the first couple of weeks. The first thing was like trying to bring some positivity to this situation, even though they had to lay off a lot of their staff, and was like, okay, we're here to help. So what we've got in place is a few toolkits, one of them being like a data document that has everything that from their inventory, so product descriptions, pricing, images, descriptions, and we've got different languages as well. So we already had that information, and then the next was product images. So even though they're not styled necessarily how they would like it, at this point they're like, just give us what you have. So we were able to do that. And it's also, we also give them like a visual merchandising plan, so how to like lay out the page on their website, for the Eton Shirts listing page, so they can tell like a nice story, because it's not just about uploading product images and that's it. It's, you got to tell a story with the products that you have. So they've been great, and they've really been taking that on board, and my team have been fantastic as well, just really getting on calls with them and guiding them through what needs to happen. We have also been doing like soft drop ship with our tools that we have. So what that means is that we're able to give like an API, like a feed to our customers, so they can enable onto their website that has like live inventory. So even though they haven't bought it and it's not physically in their stores, they're still able to show like a wide selection of that inventory. So once a customer on their end places an order, then they can place it on our B2B website, and then we just ship it. So they're not taking the risk. So not only have our customers not had a website before that's transactional, we're also now introducing them to like a soft drop ship. And it's great, because a lot of them didn't even know what drop ship was. And they had already thought of, how can I have more inventory without buying it? And we're like, well, did you know that we've got this like feed that we can give you, and you can have like a wider selection? So yeah, they were really happy on that. And I think a lot of them were quite surprised at the toolkits that we have, which is great. And that's all like down to having visionary people in the Eton organization.
That's brilliant. First of all, congratulations. It sounds like it was an unexpected direction for you to take, but it sounds like you've been super innovative and finding solutions for them and for Eton. So were there things that are in place in the company that made it possible for you to find those kind of solutions?
Yeah, and that's the whole point. It's just like, even though no one could ever predict this was going to happen, we, for a company that is headquartered in a small town in Sweden, actually we're quite innovative in terms of like our digital solutions. for our customers. So last year we launched the digital showroom, which has all our fashion collections. So instead of customers flying over to our different showrooms around the world, they can just literally pick like their orders online. They've got a couple of weeks to do this. Of course, a lot of them do still want to come to the showroom, have that conversation, you know, see what the collection is. But now they've actually been forced to do it all online. And then we've had the B2B collection, which is like a continuity product, there for a couple of years. And that is just, even now, we're still adding more enhancements to it. So like filters, adding in products at a discount for our customers to buy. So having also what we call a media bank, which has all of our product images and our marketing assets and videos as well. So it's kind of like everything's online. We just need to guide you on how to use it, and then you're off on your own. A lot of customers still want us to do it for them, which is fine. We do that, but it's easy and it's just there. It's a click of a few buttons. But
it sounds like your leadership and Global HQ has just been really supportive then.
Yeah, they've been amazing. They, you know, and it's hard for them as well. You know, our CEO started the same time as me last June, and it's like, wow, not even a year later, and you know, you're faced with one of like, this is just, I can't even imagine what they're feeling like. And yeah, they've been brilliant, and they give us, you know, we've got the autonomy to do what we need to do, and that doesn't mean that we're off just doing stuff. Even though we are global, and sometimes it is difficult with the different hours, like UK's 5 hours ahead and Central Europe is 6, we all get on calls and we all tell each other like what we're doing, what else can we do. And even though we're in different departments, it definitely feels like we're one team. And we kind of felt like that before the pandemic, but now it's just brought us even more closer, which is great.
I'm really pleased, and as sometimes for some companies there's nothing like a crisis to really provoke lots of collaboration. So look, congrats. It's been a real pleasure to hear such positives coming out of all of this, and wish you all the very best and stay safe.
Thank you, Sally.